Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're exploring how to make learning English genuinely enjoyable.
Not just effective, but actually fun, right?
Exactly. We're drawing insights from the English Spark podcast, specifically Episode 2.
And our goal really is to pull out practical, enjoyable ways for you to learn English.
Yeah, moving away from just, rote learning, making it more of an adventure.
It's interesting because the source material talks about this shift, moving beyond what often feels like the boring stuff.
Right. The English Spark host, Mitcheal, and his guest, Hely, they talked about that, starting with grammar, vocabulary lists.
The usual suspects. Can feel a bit dry, can it?
Definitely, like running through mud, as you said before we started.
Yeah. It's foundational, sure, but maybe not always motivating. Doesn't always connect to real use.
Right, then they hit this turning point.
Yes. When they started using things they actually liked.
Exactly. Movies, music, even video games. That's when things click for them.
And that makes so much sense from a learning perspective. It's about engagement, lowering that stress barrier.
Keeping that effective filter down, as you call it. Fun helps you absorb more.
Precisely. You're relaxed, you're interested. The language just sinks in better.
Okay, so let's dig into Hely's specific tips. What were her top fun ways?
Well, the first one is pretty accessible. Watching movies or series.
A classic. But her approach with subtitles is quite specific.
Yeah, she suggests starting with subtitles in your own language first.
Get comfortable, understand the plot.
Exactly. And then make the switch to English subtitles.
So you start connecting the sounds to the words on screen.
Right. Builds vocabulary, sentence structure, kind of naturally.
Okay, second method. This one sounds maybe a bit unconventional.
Talking to yourself in English.
Yeah, like describing what you're doing.
Or your thoughts. Just narrating your day, basically. Mitchell mentioned doing it while making coffee.
I can see that. I might actually do that sometimes without thinking about it.
It sounds weird, maybe, but it's brilliant practice. Zero pressure.
True. No audience.
You can experiment, try out words, figure out where you get stuck, all in a safe space.
Build fluency without the fear of judgment. I like that.
Studies even back it up, Verbalizing helps process things.
And the third tip.
Getting social online. Joining communities.
Like Reddit, Discord, social media groups.
Yeah, anywhere people are chatting in English about shared interests.
So you get immersion and interaction.
Exactly. Practice reading, writing, maybe even voice chat. With native speakers, other learners, all around stuff you like anyway.
Okay, but learning isn't always smooth sailing, is it? There are struggles.
Oh, absolutely. Pronunciation often comes up.
Mitchell raised that. And Hely had a great example. The word kernel.
Yes. Spelled one way sounds completely different kernel.
That must have been confusing at first.
It highlights a common issue, doesn't it? English spelling versus sound can be tricky.
But what I loved was how Hely handled it. She didn't just get frustrated.
No, she turned it into a kind of game, a fun challenge.
How so?
She'd find these tricky words, write them down,
Okay.
and then guess the pronunciation before looking it up.
Oh, that's clever. Making it active.
Yeah, it makes it a puzzle, not just a frustration. Builds curiosity.
It really speaks to having a positive attitude towards mistakes, doesn't it?
Definitely. Seeing errors not as failures, but as, feedback. Data points for learning.
Because that fear of making mistakes can really hold you back from actually speaking.
It's a huge barrier. Accepting mistakes as just part of the process is freeing.
So speaking of fun, Mitchell had this Guess That Idiom game.
Yeah, that sounded like a good way to learn those tricky expressions.
First one, break the ice.
And Hely got it right. Starting a conversation, making things less awkward.
Yep, like telling a joke to ease tension in a meeting.
Idioms are tough because they're not literal. Games make them stick better than lists. Context helps.
Then they did hit the books.
Meaning, study hard. Another one Hely nailed.
These little interactive bits, they just make learning feel less like work.
And more enjoyable. That success feeling when you get an idiom, that boosts motivation.
So wrapping up the advice part, especially for beginners, what was Hely's main message?
Focus on progress, not perfection. That's huge.
Don't get bogged down trying to be perfect immediately.
Exactly. It's about the journey, the small steps. Celebrate the little wins. Consistency over intensity, maybe.
She also stressed actually using the language. Speak.
Make mistakes. It's okay.
Learn from them. And, crucially, have fun.
And she framed English beautifully, didn't she? As a bridge to the world.
Yeah, that perspective shift is powerful. It's not just a subject. It's a tool for connection.
Opens up cultures, opportunities. That's motivating in itself.
Okay, so let's quickly recap the main takeaways from this deep dive into English Spark.
Number one, make it fun. Use movies, self-talk, online groups, things you actually enjoy.
2, embrace mistakes, see them as learning opportunities, maybe even turn pronunciation woes into a game like Hely did.
3, aim for progress, not perfection, especially if you're just starting out.
And remember that bigger picture English as that bridge to the world.
It's all very actionable stuff, isn't it? Practical things you can start doing today.
Absolutely. Which leads us to our final thought for you, the listener.
How can you weave more fun into your English learning?
Think about your hobbies. What do you already love doing?
Could you switch your favorite game to English audio? Or find an online forum about your passion?
Maybe keep a simple journal in English, just jotting down thoughts.
Look for ways to flip those obstacles, those tricky bits, into chances for fun and discovery.
Make your English journey less of a task and more of, well, an enjoyable exploration.